find it in golden pages.
This week we're in Dromahare, County Leitrim. Our featured development is called Stonebridge. The local school children chose the name, which refers to a stone bridge over the River Bonnet that leads to the development. Dromahare is 20 minutes from Sligo, so that means we're in Westlife country. Shane Filan got together with his brother Finbar and set up a development company. And they're the people behind the development that we're featuring today. Apart from that, it's business as usual. So we've taken over two identical 4-bedroom semi-detached houses. 2 interior designers will take a house each. Their job is to create the winning interior. Our designers arrived here for the first time 12 weeks ago. The first designer taking the Showhouse challenge is Lee O'Neill. Lee operates her own interior design service and describes her style as vibrant, cosy and contemporary. She's here to meet Finbar Filan of Shafin Developments. Right now the houses are at foundation stage and Lee has a budget of €25,000 for the project, which will include a living room and kitchen on the ground floor. Our second designer this week is Anne Tuohy. Anne's projects have ranged from family homes to Georgian mansions, and she's hoping to bring a wow factor to this challenge. Anne's budget needs to stretch across 4 bedrooms, one with an ensuite. The completed family homes will be priced from €235,000. And now the brief both our designers have to work to.
The target market we are going after is first-time buyers and people trading up from smaller homes. We'd like the interior design of the house to turn out young and modern, but still practical and safe. The budget we have set the designers is €25,000 per property.
Lee and Anne have just 6 days to transform these properties. On the 7th day, the public will vote on a winning show house. Where did the concept come from?
What I want is an enduring classic. I don't want a fashion statement, I actually want a style statement, something that's going to last.
Yeah.
So I thought of my favourite car. This car is not only my inspiration, it's my aspiration. I will have one of these one day. And this car epitomises everything about classic design that I love. It's not ostentatious, it's functional, it's beautiful, it's an enduring. This is a 1956 car and it looks as good today as it did back then. And that's what I want my house to be.
So you want a show house classic?
I do.
Is that it? Okay.
That one can live in quite comfortably and live in with children.
Where did the concept come from? What inspired?
Works in nature generally tends to work in a nice relaxing way in a scheme.
And so what's your biggest risk this week that you're taking?
I took a little bit of a risk with the master bedroom bed because I designed it myself and it's quite dramatic.
Does this mean you've created a monster now? Or
Well, no.
No?
I think it's very romantic. I just hope it all comes together the way I think it's going to work.
The look for this hall is warm and welcoming. I want people to walk in and say, wow, it's an impressive, luxurious feel, and I think I'll get it with the wallpaper. I have the most glorious striped wallpaper for this feature wall here. It's stripes in chocolate and red and gold, and it is absolutely glorious. I had it designed and made. I had a sheet of black glass made, and then had the mirror squares applied to it to create a sort of a 3D effect, and I think it's fabulous. So what I've done is I've bought a DIY radiator cabinet, and now I'm going to paint this grille to fit inside it. So it's a really cost-effective way to get style and mask an ugly radiator.
On Anne's staircase, a really clever way to get inexpensive artwork on the walls is to take these square panels and cover them with the wallpaper from the downstairs hall. It's cheap, it's effective, and it looks fantastic.
Basically, you can see what I'm trying to achieve here, a very pleasing blend of warm chocolates and creams and ivories, because I want this hall to be a welcoming hall, and I think that works quite well.
Anne's colour coordination certainly gives her hall, stairs and landing a unified look. A promising start.
The feeling I'm trying to achieve in this area is one of openness and warmth, and again, quite neutral to keep it spacious and airy. This is a Greek hand-blown glass light fitting. So we've only got 5 of these now and they come from Greece, so let's not break any.
No pressure.
I want to keep the hall subtle, so by running it on this wall, it's linking nicely in with the shapes in the kitchen. I'm delighted with the hall stairs and landing. I wanted an autumnal feel here to keep this nice and relaxing. So I wanted something that was quite neutral here and just quite calm. I think it could be a winning hall.
Lee has decided to go for contrasting dark and light colours for her hallway. A welcoming space, I feel.
My look for the room is a room that's very classically elegant with a contemporary twist. This is a family house. It's going to be a functional room, it's going to be a comfortable room, and a room that will be a pleasure to be in.
I want them to feel that this is a room that they would like to come home to in the evening, that it's nice and warm and friendly, and it's easy to live in and nice and relaxing.
Flooring is an oak laminate. It's a lovely warm colour at a fraction of the price of a solid wooden floor.
This is the panel track that's going to be used as a divider between the living room and the kitchen instead of a door. So you have more space either side now to work, and it's a nice feature in itself as well.
It's, I suppose, a contemporary take on your chandelier. I deliberately wanted a light that wasn't going to intrude too much into the room space because I don't have very high ceilings. I can't wait to see it lit.
In Lee's house, she's tried to create this open plan space between the living room and the kitchen by using this type of fabric blind. The only problem is it won't keep out the smells, it won't keep out the noise, and it won't keep out the kids if they're doing something next door. It's a bit of a mistake.
It's a sculpture, it's called Birds in Flight, and it just adds a nice bit of texture to the room. It's just something different to a mirror. Mirror is a little bit predictable over the fireplace, so I just tried something a little bit different there.
It's simple, it's elegant, it's looking exactly the way I hoped it would look. Stunning.
So just as an extra little feature, we added this little storage box, but it's also padded as a footstool.
These are the legs of the sofa. Love these legs. They're almost like a component of a classic car, which is my inspiration for the house in the first place.
The curtains are made from an imitation silk. It's a taffeta material. So I just sewed a few different colours together. The mulberry, the olive green and the lavender, the cream, and that sort of sets the tone for the whole room.
Every girl needs a bit of lipstick, and this is my lipstick for this room. It's smart, it's comfortable, it's functional, easy to clean, and a fabulous looking piece of furniture.
This is a toughened glass table, coffee table, and there's a nice little wave to this Vingay wood underneath here, so that'll pick up the shelves nicely on the wall, and it's also nice with the granite on the fireplace.
And you might notice that the reverse is different because I actually didn't have enough fabric to use all of the red, so I backed them in the cream, and I think that actually provides a better contrast against the black sofa.
These are just two paintings I did for this room to bring all the colours together. Couldn't find anything else suitable, so I had to come up with my own.
I love symmetry and balance. It pleases me very much, and I try to do it a lot. That will actually give a very balanced, restful feel to the room, and that's what I want.
With this well-balanced room, is Anne on target to produce the classic show house she promised us? In this room, I'm not sure that Lee's love of different styles is giving us a living room that really hangs together.
Come on in.
Halfway through the show house challenge, and it's time for Lee and Anne to see how the competition is shaping up. They've been blindfolded, as they'll only be allowed to see one room in their rival's house.
First reactions.
Lovely. Very nice. Ethnical.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Oh my goodness, I like it. I can't believe I'm next door. It feels like somewhere else. Oh my goodness.
I actually do like this style. Maybe a little bit less of it.
No, I don't like them. To me, it looks quite flimsy, actually. I feel there should be nothing there, or there should be a door there, but no.
I think the men would probably like this room. I think mine is probably a bit more feminine. I think it's a room you either love it or hate it either. It's hard to know.
I can't imagine sitting quite comfortably on it, truthfully. I probably wouldn't have it in my house. The girls would probably love this room. Send the boys over to me.
Find it in golden pages.
A young couple are planning to leave the big city behind, but will the dream of country life live up to the reality? House Hunters, Wednesday at 8:30 on RTE1.
Warm and welcoming hallways make a lasting impression. Rich and rustic workspaces function beautifully. Calm and cozy bathrooms always scrub up nicely. Tubs and tiles for luxury and for life.
What do you think?
Try this, Mum.
No, it's dirty, love.
Mum.
Oh, thanks, love. Aww.
See you later. New apple blossom and lime zest in handy liquid tabs. Bold 2-in-1.
Before you choose an estate agent, make sure you know how much everything costs. Everything. And don't be shy about finding out how good they are. And talk to Sherry Fitzgerald, the agent you'd recommend to a friend.
Hi, Neville Knott, presenter of RTE Showhouse, here to tell you not to miss our free Showhouse magazine in this week's RTE Guide. It's got wall-to-wall inspiring interior ideas, from gorgeous prints to oriental makeovers, and getting the Showhouse look. Plus, Michael Doherty on this summer's movie blockbusters, and more of those desperate housewives. The RTE Guide, on sale now.
There's a place out there where all the great thinkers gather. A place where dreams are lived, weather is predicted, views exchanged and hearts uplifted. It's a place where curiosity is rewarded with revelation. A simple place, an exciting place. It's a place that's unique to you, and yet it's home to millions of others. It's a place to hang out, to catch up, to learn and to escape. And you know what? Everyone who has been to this place never ever wants to come back.
The Euro Millions jackpot is €15 million. Remember, Friday is play day.
Find it in golden pages.
Welcome back to Showhouse here in Dromahair, County Leitrim. Two identical properties developed by Shane Filan from Westlife and his brother Finbar. Our two interior designers, Anne and Lee, are both trying to create a show house that will win the public vote in just 4 days' time.
I'll be honest and tell you that I invested quite a bit of money in my kitchen. This is a solid oak kitchen. Hand on heart, I spent a quarter of my budget on this kitchen, and I have no qualms about doing that. To me, the kitchen is the heart of the house. It will sell a house. There are lots of cupboards in this kitchen. It's a family kitchen. We need loads of storage. I would describe this kitchen as an absolute classic. I could have gone for a shiny PVC. There's so many of them out there at the moment. That look will be gone this time next year. This kitchen will look wonderful in 10 years' time.
In Anne's kitchen now, have a little look at this. She's put her fridge freezer directly behind her kitchen door. It means if anybody comes in, they're going to whack you, or you're going to get sandwiched between the two. Now, this is something that she should have looked after at her planning stage. I know it's a small thing, but it's the small things that count.
Here I'm going to have a stainless steel backsplash behind the hob, and then I'm putting an upstand of stainless steel to the depth of the windowsill, which means that I don't have the expensive tiles. I have a much cleaner, more contemporary look. If you've got extra guests over or the mother-in-law's over, you can very simply extend it just by pulling out the mechanism like so, and voila, you have a much bigger table.
Anne has spent over a quarter of her budget on this kitchen. Money well spent? Well, the launch day visitors will decide.
Going to do the kitchen in a cream laminate finish, which is nice and bright for a north-facing kitchen. It also reflects the light, the laminate, and I've given it a retro feel in here. The tiles in the kitchen are kind of a mottledy cream effect. I've gone for the mixed sizes. Again, it creates more of an illusion of space in an area. I didn't want a huge tile in here. The primary reason for these here is just to create some atmosphere and just to keep this little area here lit and just something a little bit different in this corner. This is the black mosaic tile that I'm going to use here and as the backsplash. And this is to pick up the black around the kitchen. It's very in keeping with the look that I'm trying to achieve here.
Lee's kitchen certainly has that retro look. Plus, this room comes with an added bonus. In Lee's kitchen, because it's square, she has a little excess area here, and she's put a diner in, and it's wonderful with black and with chrome and the hanging lights. It looks really continental. I love it.
I have 3 sons. I don't have any little girls, so this room was a very special challenge for me, and I've gone for an unashamedly feminine look. I've got very fresh red and white gingham, used abundantly throughout the whole room.
A nautical theme in here. I've used a nice, soft, relaxing blue. Just keep it nice and childlike. Very happy with the choice for this room now. Looking forward to putting it all together. There's a lot of colour in here.
Now, this is one of my junk shop buys, which was in rag order when I bought it. I think it was yellow and pink. So I painted it white and had it upholstered in the red and white gingham that I'm using for the curtains. And I think it's gorgeous.
Which way do you want to go?
Could it fly south? Great, that looks really nice. Kids should love that.
This is my pride and joy. This is the headboard for my little girl's room. The detail is unbelievable. All this wonderful appliqué embroidery. You can play with the little girl's hair, you can play with the flowers. It is so touchy-feely and gorgeous.
I love this, I love doing this. If I could make a living from this alone, I'd be very happy. People like to put a little personal touch into their house, especially in a children's room. You can kind of play away a little bit.
Maybe push it over just a tiny little bit to the right. Perfect.
This is that side of the boat bed or cabin. I just want to look a little bit battered and abused, which I'm sure it will be.
Just for a final touch in this room, I think that's it.
The gingham theme running through this room is sure to have lots of girl appeal, and that headboard is a lovely feature. Lee's bedroom is aimed squarely at the young boys in the family, with its more robust furniture and colour scheme.
I actually want them to feel this is a very restful down space. Any young parent needs a bit of down space, and I think this room should really genuinely provide a tranquil, calming, lovely bedroom.
This is the master bedroom. This room is my pride and joy here. There's a beautiful copper finished iron bed made especially for here. It's stunning.
I'm thrilled with that blue. I just love the richness of it and the depth of colour. So I've had a little flash of inspiration, and I'm going to paint this little recess here in the blue because I think it'll add an extra dimension to what are basically standard wardrobes.
I think storage is very important in a master bedroom. I've done 2 full-length wardrobes, and then over here a little surprise, which is this is a lovely little unit, which is a full-length mirror. And again, when you swing it around, you have all this storage here.
This tile is a very inexpensive 8x8 ceramic tile. However, when it's grouted up, it's going to look like a very expensive mosaic tile, and I would challenge anybody to tell the difference between this and a true mosaic.
Just to create a little bit of interest, I've just used silvery grey colour mosaic. Use that for the edge, and just this brown. It's kind of the same shimmer to the mosaic, and just a very plain cream in the centre. kept the pale colour to the centre to give an illusion of space going back and make this appear bigger because it's quite a small ensuite.
The blue and white in this room I feel is quite feminine, so I wanted to make it a little bit more masculine and give it more definition, and that's why I've added this taupe colour. So I think it balances that femininity of this room and gives it just a little bit more so that a guy would be quite happy in this room too.
The beauty of this bed is you can make it to any style or any colour that you want, but you can go as tame or as wild as you like with this style, with this working with wrought iron, so it's a great material to work with.
This is a little piano stool that I bought cheaply and had reupholstered. So it's in the same curtain fabric as we've got on the windows. I always look for bargains. In fact, I think I respect something more if I feel I've got good value or if I feel I've been inventive in using something.
This room was particularly hard to decide on where to go with because the bed is so dramatic. I didn't want to overdo it here, so I did think about just painting it, but I'm really glad we went with the wallpaper. So I had the two choices here, but I'm glad we took this choice. It's really, really nice.
Lee has taken her biggest risk with this bedroom. The copper bed threatens to overwhelm everything, including her stylish ensuite. This room is a more controlled space. Again, Anne's effort with colour coordination seems to pay off. It's launch day, but before members of the public arrive on site, there's just time for a flying visit from the developers, Westlife's Shane Filan and his brother Finbar. Shane, is this room to your taste?
When I walked in, I really liked the colours of it, and this really caught my eye as well. The sculpture's not something you see in every kind of house, you know. This is the kind of stuff I'd pick if I was moving into my first home.
The oven.
Yeah, the oven is fantastic. Yeah,
I think it's absolutely amazing to get an oven that size into a 4-bedroom house.
You fit a massive turkey in there. It's not my cup of tea as a bed, but I know she got it made specially and she put a lot of effort into it. But you know, I don't think it's very user-friendly, if you like, for a bed.
Next door in Anne's house. Do you like the classic feel to this room?
My wife would probably love next door, but I think this is more kind of just the colours, you know, it's real, I don't know, something about it.
And I prefer the room next door. I think the room next door is much more comfortable and it much more fits in with the brief for a family. This is definitely a young fella's room.
I like brighter kitchens, but I don't like modern bright kitchens. Totally personal again. But if I was to go for a kitchen, I'd probably go for this and paint it.
So what are your first impressions?
This is my favourite room in the two houses, without a doubt. Better than the sitting rooms, everything.
Shane's favourite is Anne's bedroom. Now it's up to the public. Now remember the builder's brief. First-time buyers, couples and families with children, people trading up from apartments and small houses. And we have people here who fit that description, ready to view the two properties. Now remember, our designers are in the back of the van where they can see the reaction to their show houses. And we're going to start in Lee's house. Because it's launch day, it's showtime. You're very welcome, come on in.
Thanks very much.
First impressions?
Very bright, very fresh.
Could have more of her now, please.
The door or the divide between here and the kitchen.
It's nice, it blends in with the room, but practically wise, I wouldn't like it in my own house.
The kitchen and dining area. Did you like it when you came into it first?
No.
Oh.
I love your kitchen. Very clinical looking.
I agree completely, very clinical. It's almost hospital-like.
Well, she's completely entitled to her opinion.
I don't really like the room itself. I don't know why. I don't really like the walls or the paintings.
It's very creative. It's lovely. Very eye-catching, very inviting. The bed is just amazing, actually. It's very, very nice.
I think it's ghastly. I think it has a place in the world of design, but not in this room.
Time to head next door to Anne's house.
It's a wee bit busy for me. It's nice, but it's a wee bit, there's too much going on. There's too much in it.
I like everything in this room. This is what I like.
First impressions of this kitchen?
I like this. I like the kitchen. Yeah, I like the actual presses in the kitchen.
Again, the glass is just
not practically
child-friendly?
Not at all.
Nervous, feeling very nervous now.
So, you like this room?
The headboard of the bed, I think it's really nice.
Upstairs in this house is way ahead of the other house.
You're doing really well, Anne, anyway. I may as well just tell you I should just go home.
Both houses have been viewed by our launch day visitors, and it's make your mind up time as they vote for their favourite rooms. Anne and Lee, congratulations. Now we come to the fun bit, see how all of these people have voted. So we're going to start with the kitchen. Lee, you had the white kitchen, and you had the wood kitchen, and you won by 3 votes.
I am shocked.
Yes. You see, you never know how they're going to vote.
No vote.
Now, the sitting room. Lee, you had the aubergine and green, and Anne, you had the black and darker retro kind of room. Lee, you won by 7 votes.
Wow.
Well done.
Well done.
Excellent. Master bedroom ensuite. Lee, you had that very dramatic bed everybody commented on. And Anne, you had the blue and white bedroom. And I can tell you that Anne, you won by 9 votes.
And that room was my worry. I worried about that room.
Well, there you go, though. Was one of their favourites. Hall, stairs and landing. Lee, you had the mushroom and cream wallpaper, and Anne, you had the striped wallpaper in yours. Anne, you won by 5 votes. OK, the kiddies' room. Lee, you had the small bed with the murals on the wall, and Anne, you had the little girls' room with the white furniture. Anne, you won by 5 votes. Jeez. Anne is the winner. Well done. Lee.
Well done.
Come on, guys. Well done.
Well done. I'm delighted. I'm delighted for Anne as well. She probably did stick to the brief a bit more than I did.
I didn't actually think about this point at all. It was almost a case of surviving the van. I cringed every time somebody said something nasty.
I was delighted with the comments as well. It's all very informative. It's all good. I think it's all good.
For somebody like me who's only just starting off in this game, it's a marvellous achievement and I'm really proud of myself. I'm delighted.
Fair play to Anne. She did very well. She did keep the continuity going through that house without a shadow of a doubt. She did.
I don't think I'll go and conquer the design world, but I'll certainly try.
For details on all our Showhouse designs, go to rte.ie/TV/Showhouse. Next week on Showhouse, social housing in Leixlip, and 2 more interior designers taking on the Showhouse.